Could Chase Sexton be going to Triumph? Quite possibly. Hey everybody, Walty Wanders, buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull-no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage. Today is our good friend Chase Sexton really a candidate to go over to Triumph? Well, we know next year, next Supercross, a year from just right around the corner, Anaheim 1. Buckle up and strap in. This one's going to be historical season to say the least. So much to wrap our heads around this season. Just the silly season alone with Ken Roczen dominating it. Nobody else was talked about. It was all kickstart. Kenny Roczen owned this. That was crazy, right? That came out of left field. That was like a black swan event with Kenny Roczen. He lucked into that. Was more luck than skill. And I'm sure Kenny would be the first one to tell you, like, I had no idea that was anything going to happen. See, that's what's so cool about sometimes in life, something happens that we think is like bad. You get fired from Honda. They're letting me go. Oh my God, this is insane. Jets World. Sorry, Kenny, it's Jets World. You got, gosh darn it, they're letting me go. Honda, this sucks. And the next thing you know, you own the off season, and who comes along and writes the biggest paycheck that they've probably written in many years, if ever at all? The almost debunked Suzuki Kickstart bike came along and wrote a massive check. No money left over to give you a teammate. We had to give you the chiz. Insanity, this stuff. I love this stuff. Love moto. But the realities are, here's what's going on. Next year, 2024, a year from right around the corner, we're going to see a Triumph motorcycle, apparently, according to Ricky, in the Lights program. And I think, Evan Ferry? Tim Ferry's kid, who Tim Ferry was a triple X, the end of our existence. That's pretty huge. Now, the realities are this. They're going to have a 450 program. Now, I think I remember early on when their pressers were coming out on Triumph motorcycles going to come to motocross. Whew, I can't wait to blow this. Sorry, Ricky. Love you, bro. But Triumph in moto? And is this really intellectual property, or is this purchase property to build a bike from the ground up when you're Triumph? Like even the dynasty of KTM had to go Gas and Husky or just knockoffs. Look at the KTM. You guys are coming from the ground. I hope it doesn't have a kickstart, Kenny. Or kickstart, Kenny. Ricky, that bike better have an electric start. Whew, or not, who cares, right? The realities are, I think Chase Sexton, there is a good chance he's talking to Ricky. Listen, he sees the writing on the wall. He's trying to get in front of this so he doesn't end up like Kenny Boy Roczen, because I don't know if he can pull the move that Kenny Boy Roczen pulled. If he does, I mean, he needs to land somewhere. Now, I know there's a lot of industry people that are going to tell us, I hear he's talking to Cowie and Adam Cincerello's out and the deal is done and they're just fine a lot. Who knows? Maybe. But make no mistake about it. You attach yourself to Ricky, that's not a bad thing. Ricky clearly, I mean, he's a polarizing figure in the sport. He's earned it. He's the GOAT. I bet you they've talked to Chase. Chase, dude, listen, this could be huge for you. And if I'm a PR guy, Chase, listen, bro, this is huge. This could be an opportunity for you to come in and do something different like Kenny Boy Roczen did in the offseason. We could do this with Triumph. It would melt the internet. Could you imagine that? Chase Sexton, you're going to melt the internet. You're going to be an internet star. We're going to get all your social media on point, Instagram and YouTube. We're going to build massive accounts and we'll all run it. You don't have to do anything. Just show up for some pictures once in a while. That's the machine that's become moto. That's why now we have this World Super Motocross Series. Because Supercross and motocross got mismanaged, the money was gone. They were forced to wrap this up into some new hybrid with new money coming in. And it was stimulus money through the stimulus era, through the crisis that funded this, is my guess. And that air is being let out of the bag. This is a do or die season for riders, for the industry, for organizations, for companies, for sponsors. You name it. This thing is playing out in big, spectacular fashion. Make no mistake about any of that. And the realities are this, friends. Chase Sexton is on borrowed time. This is it for him. He's gone from Honda. If I was a betting man, I would put a lot of money on him not being on red and potentially on black, if black is in fact Triumph. Now I hear, are they going to be white plastic bike? I saw some teaser pics, but there's already, husky and white. So maybe a black bike? Could it be black? We'll have to ask that on the community. If you're new, subscribe right away on the community page. We do a lot of cool polling here. We should ask, is the new Triumph got white plastics or black? I'm going to ask that. As soon as I get off this video, I'm going to ask that on the community page. I'll see you over there. Also, Instagram, Walty Wanders. Want a bench race there? A lot of people bench racing. Main Event Moto, one of my favorite accounts, Daniel Blair. Daniel Blair and Weege together again with Ricky, color commentating. This is going to be some interesting stuff this season, but I'm going to blow the lid off a lot of stuff because this is what I'm designed to do. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I want somebody in the industry to say the things that you've been thinking, but they're afraid to do because they don't want to hurt any feelings. I'm not here to give people warm and fuzzy feelings. I'm here to tell the truth and read between the lines and look between the cracks of professional moto because I understand the politics of this sport very, very well. I've worked at a very intimate level in the industry, from teams to sponsors to everything you can imagine I've done here with this sport. But the realities are this: Chase Sexton's looking for a home, and make no mistake about it, just like Kenny Boy Roczen in the offseason had an opportunity to ride a better bike than he ended up with the Kickstart Suzuki. Kenny Roczen had an opportunity to ride a Yamaha. Why do you think he's right? He had an opportunity to ride a Cali. Why didn't he ride it? Because they wrote a bigger check. So Chase Sexton, because it's now a machine. Now his inner circle, his family might be pulling him aside. Hey, Chase, what do you think? Do you think we should take this deal? Let's hypothetically say one from Triumph, this new bike. Like, it could be a deal maker or breaker for us if this thing goes sideways. But they're offering us twice as much money as Cowie's offering us. Dad, a big mansion. I get a big mansion if I sign this deal. I just get a regular mansion over here. This one I get a bigger mansion. That's kind of what we're up against right now, right? So, Chase Sexton's still a pretty young guy. A lot of life left in this guy in terms of how many years he could potentially be in the sport, where Kenny Boy's clearly on the tail end. So the money grab at Suzuki for the big mansion versus the smaller mansion, I get. But for Chase Sexton, do you really want to roll the dice and ride a bike like that? Again, he's going to have a PR machine, a lot of people in his ear. Chase, we should do this. And of course, if I'm Chase's agent, I'm like, hey, Chase, I really liked Ricky. We're going to attach to Ricky in the Triumph. I've seen, it's supposed to be amazing. And you've ridden the bike. You like the bike, right, Chase? Maybe we should take that because I get paid more as his agent if he takes the most amount of money. So a lot of people's thoughts are clouded by financial gain, when we could say, hey, Chase, listen, Cincerillo's out, drop on this thing. You and El Hombre would be a great teammate. Now, the thing is that the only thing as I see with Chase, bad taste in his mouth, already being a teammate with Kenny and now getting ushered out for Jet and Hunter. Does he really want to be in a competition? Most of these guys want to be the premier guy, the guy with a support rider like Kickstart Kenny and the Chiz. You just need your sidekick there. You don't want two guys competing at the truck potentially. Now, as a manufacturer, you're like, two dudes, two chances for championships. That's a pretty good deal. If one guy goes down, I still got a heavy hitter ready to go. So you want heavy hitters. You don't want a lapper as a teammate, but you don't necessarily want the other guy to outshine you. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as an industry guy, as a guy who wants to see you win not only off the track, on the track, understanding the politics of the sport. Chase Sexton's leaving Honda, my friends. I can almost guarantee it. And there's probably a chance he's talking to Triumph. He's talking to everybody, just like we saw Kickstart Kenny in the offseason. Buckle up and strap in. I'm going to read between the lines, look between the cracks, and blow the lid off it every chance I get, because it's not only what you need, it's in fact what you deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there. And if you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars today. I will see you on the next video.